It's just an e-bike. Just an e-bike. Don't worry about it. I'll be back in a little bit. It's an e-bike. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to be going across this. Well, that's interesting. These cows are so bored out here, they're running to see what's coming down the road. Because they probably have never seen an e-bike. It's an e-bike. That's what it is. Don't be afraid. It's an e-bike. Well, good afternoon, everybody. This is Dave with Nomadic e-biking adventures. And these calves here are the ones that I just got done feeding. They're on a little milking machine that you got to put together. Well, where are we now? Where's Waldo? Well, Waldo is in Texas. We're in Nazareth, Texas. Nazareth, Texas is about 76 miles southwest of Amarillo. Temperature right now is in the mid 70s, 76 I believe I saw. We had some storms come by last evening. And the roads seem to be okay. Usually most of these roads out here are going to be dirt covered, and one thing with the dirt covered is if you get a lot of rain, this turns into almost impassable. Definitely need a four-wheel drive to get where you're going. But everything seems to be pretty good. So yeah, we're gonna go do a city tour of Nazareth, Texas. Now, don't get your hopes up too high. After visiting Chicago, with a population of almost 3 million people, Nazareth boasts a population of 302. So yeah, it's a little bit smaller. And you can see we're in the Panhandle Plains, and there's not even a tree to be found out here in the open. This is mostly all cattle country. So we're going to take we could take the highway, but I didn't know how wide the bike lanes were there. I think it's pretty good, but this is some of her bulls, big old boys. Yep, no stop signs out here. Look at the size of those things. I think they're almost a ton a piece. They are just huge. Big boys. Big boys. Yeah, your closest neighbor is at least a mile away. So this house sitting is a pretty interesting house sitting. Yesterday I arrived and I knew it was going to be out in the middle of nowhere. So I ended up, before I left Amarillo after yesterday's ride, I had put an order in at the local Walmart there in Amarillo and picked up my week's supply of food. Because there is no place around here. You have to travel back to Amarillo to get to a grocery store. Now you may be able to go to a convenience store along the way to get emergency, but you are going to pay a premium to have groceries out this far. Just like a gallon of milk was $1.50 in town, $1.50. Here at the convenience store around here, I saw it at $5. So yeah. So I've got a couple routes planned out for the week, weather permitting. I think right now, it's a good thing it rained yesterday, because when I arrived yesterday, they hadn't had any rain in a while, and it was real windy. And it was so windy, it was basically a dust storm. You couldn't see out of your windshield. It was that dusty. So the wind, or the rain that came yesterday, has knocked all the dust down, so you got basically a nice clear day. No dust to worry about. Yeah, you're not going to find any spandex boys out here. And if they're out here, they'll probably have mountain bike tires on. This ain't too bad. I don't know how the audio quality is going to be. It's usually pretty good. Winds are out of the northwest, 16 to 20 miles an hour sustained. With northwest, it'd be about rated to my 2 o'clock position, so we're going to be kind of going into the wind a little bit, but we'll have it trailing back. Like I say, the temperature is 76, and we're kind of in a arid type of climate where the actual air temperature is about 3 degrees cooler right now. So hardly any humidity. It's a beautiful day, really. And as you can tell, most of this people around here are all agriculture, and it looks like it's mostly cattle. These cows are so bored out here, they're running to see what's coming down the road, because they probably have never seen an e-bike. It's an e-bike, that's what it is. Don't be afraid, it's an e-bike. Yeah, so one of my duties right now when I'm house sitting is she takes in calves calves that have been, the mom has passed away, or they don't know who the mother is, or they're a twin calf and they've been abandoned. So she takes them, and she's got a little milking machine that feeds them, and you make milk, and they come and they suck on the little nipples, which kind of acts as their mother. So kind of an interesting deal. Relax, it's just an e-bike. Just an e-bike, don't worry about it. I'll be back in a little bit. It's an e-bike. It's an e-bike, that's what it is. So this is actually a pretty nice road. It's mostly a dirt road, but there's no washboarding as of yet. So there's a little town of Nazareth that is about 5 miles to the west of where I'm staying. And I think round trip I'll be pretty close to 20 miles, I think, on today's ride. I mean, basically these roads are in mile by mile blocks. So I've got 6 horses I look after 2. They're pretty simple. They just got a bale of hay that they eat out of in the field, and then in the morning I give them pellets. I don't know, I think they're protein pellets or something to supplement their diet. Yeah, it's pretty remote out here. And I'm looking after 3 dogs now. It was 4 until like a couple days ago. One passed away. Older dog, 17 years old, I think it was. So now I have 3, and they stay outside all the time. Oh, look at that. Traffic. What the heck? No stop signs around here. You kind of just like an airplane here on instruments, kind of look and see what's going, and yay or nay. Oh, they put a cone out there just to let you know that this is an intersection. I wonder what the cone's for. Is there a road washout? There's no tracks going down this way. I hope this ain't, that was something that was going to be a barricade. See some water up here. might be the end of this road. There's definitely water going across the road. There's a duck on the road. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to be going across this. Well, that's interesting.
Want to travel the country without paying for hotels or rent? House sitting lets you stay in beautiful homes for free while caring for pets. I'm currently staying in a Victorian house built in 1885 in Chicago, Illinois for free, and I'll show you exactly how to get started. My free house sitting starter guide walks you through setting up your profile, landing your first house sit, and unlocking a life of travel on a budget. Link is in the description or scan the QR code now. Grab your free copy now and start house sitting today.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to make it across that without getting muddy or wet, so we'll turn around. So we may end up, we're only a couple miles away from town. We may go where that truck was heading, down to the main highway. Maybe we'll do the neighborly thing and tip the cone up. I'm sure everybody knows about this section of road already, and that's why it wasn't really used for any tire tracks. It'll probably blow over with the wind. All right, let's head down this way. That road looks like it's been closed for a while. Or the water's been there for a while. And you see the past couple of days they've gotten some rain, and as late as last evening, right around midnight, I think the storm went through. Handy Randy. Oh, comes the dog. I'm coming. Come on. That's the thing being out here. I mean, there are a lot of dogs. I'm watching 3 of them. And for the most part, they're all real good. I mean, any dog is really good, you know, once you get to know them or they get to know you. Okay, I believe this is the main highway. And if I remember right, they did have a wide shoulder. So we may be able to, there's not much traffic out there. In fact, here comes one car now, but this is the major highway. So it's just local people that are coming out this far. And yeah, there's a nice shoulder here. Just stay on the side. Winds are going to be shifting all day long. I can feel it maybe coming at my 3 o'clock position. Shoulder ain't too bad. And you see there's nothing for traffic out here. It's like a car maybe every minute. Like I say, the biggest thing today is going to be riding in the wind. maybe a couple miles before we get into town. nice houses along here. Alright, here's the city limit sign. Let's see what the population is. They said it was 302 online. $310. Oh, must have had some babies. $310. And believe it or not, there is a police department here. Otherwise, mostly it would be covered by sheriff's department. But with 310 people here, they must have decided it was prudent diamond here. I'm gonna stop and find out why my tracker stopped working. I guess it is still working. Just for some reason it didn't seem to want to pick up where it was going to be going. Alright, this is the first one I think I was going to go down to visit. There's an RV park down at the end here. It's just a dead-end road, but there's an RV park down here. And when I looked on Google Maps, there were RVs here. So we'll take a run down to the end of the line here. Nice houses here. Going right into the wind too. Looks like it's gated. Speed bump. Couple speed bumps. Nazareth, the high school team, is supposed to have a couple championship baseball teams on it, men's and women. And they've taken the state title a few times already too. I think the school is out for the year. That's the road we would have came on if we would have stayed on the back roads, but oh well. No, this is the Catholic Church, which was the founding, I guess there was a priest here back in 1902 that founded this city. And it used to be called an Irish name. I forgot what it was. I'll put it in here in the notes if I remember. But he renamed it to St. Joseph's. And this is the St. Joseph's Catholic Church. Let me just go down this way because I think this is the post office, and that's the police station right here. And the post office, probably everybody comes here to get their mail. And there's the community center. This is the road we just came in on. I imagine you got to come to the post office to pick your mail up. But I think this is the only church in town. It's got daily masses, I think at like 5:30. Really nice inside. This might be a interesting thing to read. Oops. A lot of stuff to read. If you want to read it, hit pause. Look at that. They even have a electric utility in town here. Trucks have been used in a while. Final resting place in town. Out to another highway. I'm not quite sure if I want to go there because we're not done with Nazareth yet. Yellow Rose Inn. And she was telling me This is like Mayberry. Nobody really locks their doors. Like I didn't even lock the door where I'm staying at. Let's see what this place is here. This looks like a VFW post or something. Yep. There's a volunteer fire department. It's like a newer building. Look at that old fire truck. Nazareth Museum. Library. There's your little supply store. Population 310. The city's booming. That's different. Is it a blue roofing? Metal roofing. seeing any traffic lights. Just stop signs. Original fire engine. Let's see if it says Nazareth on it. It's probably from someplace else. Yeah. Back when they just held on the side of it and kept on going. Let's see. It's Holy Family. Again. I thought it was St. Joseph's. I guess they must have changed it. Holy Family, because the street is called St. Joseph's. Hi. For sale. You too can live in Nazareth. There's a house for sale. I see everybody has a shelter at least to hide their vehicles, because this area does get a lot of hail when storms pop up. This looks like some type of restaurant. Burgers and pizza. Look at that. No McDonald's around here. Although this is probably a better place to get food. Do have a gas station in town and a bank. Did you see what the this is one of those gas cards. It's not going to tell me what the gas price is. It's kind of interested to see what the price would be. Alright, I'm gonna change out my GoPro batteries since we're coming up on the 1 hour mark, and we'll be right back. Well, the church is ringing the noontime bells. Alright, I think we're gonna see if we can head down one of these other highways here. Just a short jaunt. Oh, here's a local tractor. Gonna come here and fill up. Alright, got 2 bars left on the battery. Let's go this way. See what kind of mischief we can get into here. We'll end up following that track. Make sure there's got no traffic heading this way. It's the People's Bank. I hear another tractor behind me, so that he must be with this guy. That's the first agriculture equipment I've seen around here. Most of the people are in livestock. Well, you are now leaving Nazareth. Did you blink? It's a cute little town. Sure got a lot of water in these fields. I don't know if that's like their retention pond or... Sure it stays pretty wet all the time. I still hear that tractor behind me, but I don't think they're going that fast. Now this roadway up here is where we're going to be turning. It says it's road 616. I think that's about it. I'm going to be turning left here. This is gravel here. There's the tractor only coming up behind me. I can take this all the way back and then cut across the highway to get back to the house. So we got the wind kind of to our back. Coming up from the 8 o'clock position. And it looks like they've had their first hay cutting. It's been cut and baled up. Any more cones in the road. The gravel's going back to dirt. That's a good sign. That truck that pulled out up ahead of me, he's continuing to go, so that's a good sign. Alligators to worry about here. Glass in the road. Got a farm crew up here, just just got done cutting the grass, or the hay. They're all stopped for lunch. It's an e-bike. Run away! It's an e-bike. Woo! Bales of hay over there. That's a lot. Those aren't palm trees. I think one of those weighs about almost a ton. 1,500 pounds. Don't look like it, but it is heavy. Alright, we're gonna stop and change out the battery on the e-bike. Alright, got that e-bike battery replaced, 18 miles. That was the number 2 battery, which we were averaging about 15, so we're did pretty good with that, especially with the wind. Not too far from the house now. Nice house. Yeah, it looks like it might have been a gas station at one time. Now this place along here, what I understand, it used to be a liquor store, Elmer's, and some guy, I guess she said that somebody's going to buy that and convert it into housing. But the other thing I learned is they're going to have a rodeo here this weekend. A rodeo. It's been a while since I've seen a rodeo. She said some people might come and put up their horses at the house. That's the house there, way in the distance there. I'll give you a little tour of the ranch. Don't look like any of the bulls are out there. Let's see if any of any of the calves are here. Nope, they're all laying outside. There's a couple of them there. But this is what I do. I mix some milk together in that little machine there. Looks like they drank, it was 30 gallons this morning. It's almost maybe 12 gallons. So they drank pretty good. And I fill it up this afternoon a little bit, make some more milk. Goes through the little heater box and goes out to the 4 little nipples out there, and they come here and start eating away at it. There's 22 of the calves out there. That's what I do. Let's go visit the horsies. And there's the horsies that we take care of. 6 of them in all. And they've got hay out there, so I don't have to worry about that. And that's all we have to do but them. Alright, appreciate you coming along for the ride today. And we'll catch you on the next one. Until then, adios.